What's up, people? Today I'm here to talk about why you shouldn't bulk as a business owner. Listen, the reason is because lean muscle is better than dirty mass. The thing about building lean muscle is that you go through a process where you actually don't have that feeling of sloppiness and you don't feel tired, you just don't feel like you're in a bad mood. When you learn how to optimize nutrition and giving your body what it needs in the best way possible, you'll learn that building muscle while staying lean is actually way easier than stuffing your face with 6 meals a day and giving your body so many foods that it doesn't need. You know, your body struggles trying to digest bad foods. It puts all its energy. That's why every time you eat bad food, you feel like you're lazy, you feel like you're sluggish, and you feel like you feel terrible after you eat it. Sometimes people eat so much of it that they don't even enjoy the food while they're eating it. So listen, I'm gonna teach you today that you don't have to go through that process of having to force food down your mouth. And I'm gonna teach you that you can eat less, right? And I'm talking only 2 meals a day. You can eat less and still gain huge amounts of progress, okay? And it's way better than doing all those kinds of dirty bulks and doing all those bad things for your body, which you don't need at all right? So listen, teach your body to use the right foods to build your muscle. Give your body what it's naturally meant to digest. As you can tell, there's certain foods that you can eat where your body doesn't digest or just has a really hard time digesting it, like processed foods, fast foods, certain vegetables like corn. We know that corn, after you eat it and then after you go do a number 2, it comes out the same way it goes in. So that means your body is not meant to digest it, right? So you have to pick foods that your body does digest. So what are those foods? Steak or any type of meat, okay? Fruits, certain vegetables like avocados or cucumbers. People say cucumbers are fruit or whatever, blah, 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 but we know generally cucumber as vegetables. Eggs as well. Eggs is another one. Lactose foods, like you can have milk, you can have cheese, you can have butter. Those things are super healthy for you and people don't even know it. I have butter all the time, right? Every day. That's how I cook my eggs. I cook my eggs with butter. So people need to realize lactose food, dairy food, is actually super nutritional, high in protein, and also has a lot of nutrients in it. All right, it has a lot of active bacteria that help the health of your gut. That way you don't have to worry about digestion problems. People actually reverse their lactose intolerance from eating, well, naturally unpasteurized dairy foods. So people can have raw milk and not have a problem. People can have cheeses that are unpasteurized, like Parmesan. If we are eating foods that don't go through a process, they're naturally made, right? You know, you have grass-fed steak, you have even grass-fed butter, you have all these kinds of things, right, that matter so much to your nutritional benefit, that's what really builds muscle, right? So ever since I've changed my diet and I've started eating this way, I've seen huge changes. I'm talking, I literally, body fat was falling off my belly and muscle was being replaced by that fat. And it was insane how the changes just happened instantly. And the thing is, people saw the difference too. It wasn't just me. Every time I walked in the gym, people saw that my physique just changes every time. And there is not a single drug, there is not a single thing that I take in terms of supplements. I don't drink protein powders, I don't drink creatine. Creatine's not a bad thing, but I still don't drink it. I don't take any powders or anything. I just eat highly nutrient dense foods, and I've been able to get lean and build muscle. So it's crazy. And the thing is that it's so easy for your body to adapt to these foods that it actually feels like a cheat code. Like, what I'm teaching is a life hack. I'm telling you that you can lose weight, build muscle, and you can do it in the space of 1 to 2 weeks, and your body will adapt to it like that, because these are foods that our body naturally is meant to have. So listen, building muscle and losing fat is 100% possible, and I'm living proof of it. I didn't even think that it was possible for me to lose the weight and also build the muscle. But ever since I started adapting this kind of style of eating food since December 2024, and it's been about 6 months now. Well, we're in July now, so now it's been 8 months, and it's been the best time of my life. I've never felt so good. I've never had to go for a problem. I haven't felt like, you know what's so amazing as well? That you're less likely to get injured when you give the body what it needs and you listen to your body. And not only that, it's just the best feeling that you can ever have. And I want you guys to feel this. And it doesn't take a long time to adapt at all. The only thing that I would say is a struggle when trying to adapt this diet is you might have to go through a couple cravings in the beginning. You might feel the need to crave certain processed sugars, and you might feel the need to crave certain foods that you used to eat. But if you can strive for and stay consistent 7 days a week for at least a week or two, your body will adapt and your body won't even ask for those kinds of foods anymore. And by the way, replace them. Replace them with foods like honey. Replace them with foods like fruits. Those kinds of things, even though are high in sugar, are not bad sugars. You know, these foods hold nutrients in them, so they're not bad for you, okay? So now let's look on the side, how does this build muscle, right? Well, first of all the foods that I'm mentioning to you have high protein anyways, right? And the foods that have the most nutrients have the highest protein, right? So if we think about it in the dairy perspective, Greek yogurt is high in protein, but also has a lot of active bacteria in it that are able to help the health of your gut, right? Now let's talk in terms of meat, chicken or beef. These are obviously the highest protein foods that you can have. Also, the best amount of nutrients in them. It's a study shown that beef has the highest nutrients and is the most compatible food to human beings. We as humans need beef, right? It's the best food that we can have. It's literally a superfood. It's the best thing that we can have. And we gain the most strength, especially as men, as business owners, we gain the most strength and we gain the most testosterone from having foods like beef. Beef is the best and highly nutrient meat that you can eat. There's many ways to have it. Ground beef, have them as burger patties, have them as steaks. Those are the best ways. And to be honest, those are the only ways. You probably thinking that it's insane to think that you can even build muscle without going into a surplus. Now, I believe that I'm not in a surplus. I don't think I'm in a surplus because for me, I'm a big guy. I'm 6'2" and I'm about 100 kilos. So I don't feel that the food that I'm having is putting me in a surplus. So for me to not be in a surplus and still build muscle shows that what I'm saying is true. Nutrition builds muscle rather than calories. I'm telling you. The quality of food is the highest, most important thing when it comes to building muscle. And not only that, you need to remember that when you go for a dirty bulk, the worst thing that happens is that when you do eat the foods, you go into such a big surplus that you end up just becoming fat, and you might build muscle, you might build strength, but you also get acne, you also start to look fat, you start to become out of breath, you start to become out of shape as well. So no matter how much muscle you build, in the end, is it really worth it? Because afterwards you have to go on an aggressive cut, and then after you have to start shedding fat in the space of 1 to 2 months or whatever the space of time is. And then after, that's unhealthy for your body. Going through a bulk cut is not healthy for your body at all. You need to pick foods that work, pick foods you enjoy, stick to it for a lifetime, and I promise you, you will build muscle and you will stay lean for the rest of your life. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you, and I hope you learned a lot from this video. All right? And I'll catch you in the next one.